Hey everyone, Pastor Nathan here. This is Tuesday of Holy Week, and typically this is a day that scholars believe Jesus was in the temple. So yesterday he cleanses the temple, and today he goes back in the temple, and this is when a lot of the temple discourse happens. In Mark's Gospel, chapter 11, one of the interactions that's recorded there is about the authority of Jesus. In Mark 11:27 and following, the authorities of the day come up to Jesus and they ask Jesus, well, by what authority do you do these things? By what authority are you healing people? Are you saying what you're saying? Are you teaching what you're teaching? And Jesus replies to them. They go through a debate, and he says, okay, let me ask you a question, which was typical of the day. He's like, okay, I'm going to answer your question with a question. By what authority was John's baptism? From heaven or someplace else? And the scribes and the Pharisees can't answer him. The authorities of the day can't answer Jesus because they're afraid of the crowds. It's like, well, if we say it's of God, then he's going to ask, well, why don't you believe me? And they say, but if we say that it was from man, then the crowds might kill us because they really love John the Baptizer. And as I was reading this, I was reminded of, we have so many different authorities telling us different things in our lives today. Typically pretty good things. We should be listening to our government authorities, to our the health authorities, our local authorities, municipal authorities, as they're trying to battle COVID-19. But at the same time, however, we have a whole other set of authorities, if you will, quote unquote, who are invading our inboxes, invading ad campaigns, maybe even your mailing lists of authorities, quote unquote, who have advice on all sorts of different things. And it can be easy in the midst of that to be to have the one who has authority over everything, God, through Jesus Christ, and who has given us authority, to have that crowded out. And so what I'm reminding just us of today is that in the midst of all of this, our God has not lost his authority. Our God has not lost who he is and what he has done. And in fact, we are still ones who are under the authority of Jesus Christ. And in that, then, we haven't lost our mission either. That even in the midst of COVID-19 and the disruption to normal daily life and the rhythms, Jesus himself is still in control. He's still got authority. And then in Titus chapter 3, Paul writes that God revealed kindness and love through Jesus Christ to us when we were baptized and made a part of the kingdom. And it's that kindness and love that we are to express while we are under the authority of Jesus Christ. That hasn't been overwritten. Just because things are being done differently doesn't mean our responsibility has changed. In fact, it is even more important for us as we get more frustrated and more annoyed. Perhaps our nerves or our patience is wearing thin. And it is more important for us to remember that we are to reflect that kindness and love that we've been shown in Jesus Christ. Now we reflect that to the people around us in our interactions, our daily, weekly interactions with our families, with our coworkers, friends, as we continue to follow Jesus, even when things have been disrupted. So, hope that's helpful for you today as we continue our Holy Week journey. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll talk soon.